take two. And so I was trying to send it last week before I had to cut it off and delete it. And there was a cute bird in the tree too. Little starlings. Anyways, so they're trying to kick my asses this week. Okay, like I'm trying to get the REM sleep, trying to go to bed early as possible as I can. They're like not letting me. So I get the REM sleep going. And then like they put in like scenarios in my dream. You know how they astral project themselves, but they're like mimicking my family members. Making people screaming at each other. I'm like, what is happening in these dreams? And I always feel like it's a real scenario, you know? So I'm not gonna go into detail. The dream was last night, but it was really freaky. And I'm like, what the hell? And these perps always do stuff like that. You know, I think they have masks of our family or us. And when they play this stuff out in our dream sleep, you know, sleep realm, you know, that's why so it feels real. Because they have those realistic masks. It's like a rubber mask. There are people that make the FX teams. They make masks and costumes. Those are the birdies. So I don't doubt it that they have that kind of stuff, you know, to just mess with us. So, sorry for me. Oh well. I got my Tom and Jerry shirt on purpose. Yeah, well, they keep me up with fucking voice to skull. Fuck them. You know, for reals. Yo, perp. He probably is. So fuck them. A couple nights ago, it was a woman talking, and she was just saying whatever the hell came through to her head. I'm like, shut the fuck up, voice to skull, bitch. I literally woke up saying that. They're hurting my back. They're doing something to my back. They're getting annoyed. So this is what they do. Now they're honking. Oh, I just dropped my phone. Anyways, what I was saying was... I'm gonna beat up car. Anyway. So last night was a weird dream, and then I woke up to two men talking to each other. It sounded like they were talking in my ear. I fucking hate Voice of Skull. I swear, I hate that these people have this machine. I don't want to hear your conversation, especially when I'm trying to sleep. So I slept okay, but then I took a nap, like a half-hour nap, before I went to Dunkin'. And I had a prayer video rolling, and on while I was sleeping, so that actually helped. My stomach was hurting. It's hurting a little bit still. Not bad as usual, as it used to be. So I'm like, okay, somebody's doing something right. That's how I know. They love to mess with my stomach before I go see them. So we get to Dunkin', and I see somebody waiting there with a book bag. I was like, oh boy, here we go. I didn't record. I don't want to record every single little thing they do. I'd rather record the big stuff that they do. So, there was a guy that just passed by. That was his car. So, I'm in there. It was great. Nobody was in there. Of course, people came in right after I showed up. I always bring the crowd. All of us TI usually bring the crowd. So, a perp came in, and I hadn't seen this perp in months. She was a perp that came in when it was raining, no umbrella. She sat next to me. She kept telling me where she lived. But she wanted me to tell her where I live. I'm not doing that. And then she left her phone at home when she was going to the store to get milk. And I had said I was going to go to the deli to get milk before I left the house. In my head, I said it. So she's, repeating that basically. So I saw her. I'm sitting at one end of the table. She's at the front seat. I didn't want to sit there today. So she took it, right? And she's looking over at me the whole time. Not paying attention to herself, just looking at me the whole time. I was like, fuck you. I'm like, if you do anything, I will record it. So I saw a lot of new perps walking around. A lot of them. First, there was two guys wearing black and white. To do with destroying his hat. Honey trap couple. That's the one with destroying his hat. That dog, the little Yorkie. That one of the Duncan. She was running to me. He pulled her away. He was so mad. He was angry. I was like, good. Leave the dog alone. I hope somebody reports him if he does it again. Somebody should punch him on the face. Anyways. And she's very loud when she talks on the phone. And she always came in when I was by myself, and she was just on the phone the whole time. Very loud. So probably talking to him. And what happened? That guy usually wears Bulls jersey. They're doing a little something a little different today. They're not allowed to do that. They're supposed to always do the same thing every day. Right? Isn't that what the handler tells them? So the same couple of perps kept walking past. And I just was on my phone. I was ignoring them. And one of them was nodding his head and hello to me. I'm like, hi. And I did it back. I was like, I look up from my phone at one point. A car pulls up, white van, one headlight. I'm like, really? It's fucking broad daylight out. What do you have the headlights on for? There's a whole family of people. I'm not going to say which demographic because it sounds bad. So they come in, they sit behind me, like 2 seats behind me. And then I didn't realize the guy that's sitting behind me looked like a fucking reptile. His whole face was reptilian looking. It was weird. And I haven't really seen people look like that in a long time, It's weird. I only saw one Target bag. One red car with somebody's hand sticking out. Because honestly, think about it. We got air conditioning in our cars. Who leaves their window open like that to drive around? Americans don't do that. We always have the air conditioner on, the windows up. Because even when you have the windows down during this cool air right now, it's cool air out, it makes a noise. The wind makes noise. So nobody's doing that. Yeah, I got dropped off. I think it was Friday. It was so hot that day. I was like, could we put the air on? He goes, yeah. All the windows down. It's hot air blowing in the car. How are you cooling off? You're not. So, I might go in the backyard today. I don't know. It's really nice out right now. And the other day, I saw the daughter of the douchebag over there. They were kikiing or whatever when they saw me. So I ignored them. They kept looking over. I ignored them. They're kids. If they were adults, it's a different story. And her say she was going on a trip. I'm like, bye. See ya. Don't come back. Camo right here. Camo shoes. Camo Crocs. And that demographic is what I'm trying to say. They wear their camo a lot now. A lot more than the rest of them. I'm just gonna say that. There's a guy that comes in Dunkin' all the time. He's a car service. When I'm there and I'm wearing camo, he gets so offended. I'm like, what are you getting offended for? Why? They don't understand. Now we hear a helicopter. So itchy. I'm getting chewed up out here. That's creepy. Can't see the helicopter, but I can hear it. So.
Hey, make a mess over here.
Yeah, I know, the birds.
Yeah, the birds might eat it too.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to give them wet food because it gets too expensive.
Right.
They eat at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, jeez.
I stand there, I count them. 5 of them. Swear to God, man. I just spent $110 food. They last me only 6 weeks.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not kidding.
A lot of money.
Yeah. Now, if I give them dry food, there's no fly. But if you give them wet food, there's a lot of fly.
Oh, yeah.
So this year I made a learn my lesson. You have a good time.
You too.
Yeah.
So, one guy came in, Dunkin', he had a lime green shirt. Lime green and white gloves. He was like kind of decked out in all lime green almost. It's kind of lame, but that's funny. That's a new one. And somebody was draining my energy when I was in there, I'm convinced. Because all of a sudden I got a little tired when I was there, but nobody was in there. And I watched this video from a fellow TI before I left. And I saw a couple of them on the way out, right, before I left. So then I'm walking down the block here, right? And you see where the bricks. I don't know if you can see the bricks from here. Anyway, the people that are making they're fixing the house there. There's a lot of bricks out there. They're building their porch so big. I don't even know what the hell's going on. So I walk past, and I'm like, what the hell is that? So something I threw out months ago, I want to say like 2 months ago, I bought something for my bathroom. And it was a toilet roll holder, but it was supposed to be mounted on the wall. And then it was missing a piece, and it was too late to return it. So I was like, you know what, I'll leave it out here. Somebody will take it for scrap metal or whatever. So they took all of it, all the pieces, but that one piece. And the piece is there. It's on their bricks. I'm not sure why, but I think that's funny. It could be a gang stalking tactic. I don't know. It could be. But I'm not really sure. This kid got lime green. And a red and black bike. That's it. That's all I got. And I want to really record these perps again. So it was like a very Sunday, fun day. Not fun day, but like, like easy day, I guess. I mean, I'm glad I'm up early. I'm glad to take a nap because I needed that shit. Now what? Like, I have nothing to do today at all. It's very weird. But sometimes it's a good thing to not have anything to do. I got my closet ready and everything. And then I didn't show. Supposedly they're supposed to come tomorrow. We'll see. We will see. Well, I don't believe people. It's annoying to be disappointed, because even if their intentions are good, it could be, perps telling them not to go. Or they could make them very tired, or they don't want to, come over. So it's happened to many TI. Oh, we got lots of ants. Anyways, so yeah. I don't know what's happening right now, but I feel something coming. I don't know what. I don't know if you TIs. If you feel that. Like, I feel it. I don't know if somebody's gonna do something. Like if I'm gonna catch them doing it too. I don't know. I'm very surprised that the perps didn't come in. But they kept walking around outside. Some of them came in to buy stuff. And they didn't stay. They just did to surveil me and then report back to the handler. Boring. Well, they gotta come together and think of a new plan. I say that place. There's a place not too far from me. It's kind of far, but not really. It's Alcoholics Anonymous. It's all Espanol, and it's like a recruitment center for the perps, because I had a pyramid with the one eye on it, and every time I would go in that area, there would be a perp. This guy has 666 on his license plate, by the way. I'm saying there's like nothing to do. I'm tired. I gotta go in the house and put a movie on, make some dinner. I gotta take a shower. So much shit to do. It's gonna be at least a relaxing day, Wait, he looks like a perp. They gotta do something before I go back in the house. God. Yeah, they used to do that kind of stuff. They used to wait till right before I got in the house. They used to come around and do stuff. Now they're like, nah, I don't wanna. No, you have to. That's why you're not gonna get paid, because you're not doing your job. Listen, you sold your soul to the devil, so he was giving you money, right? You were getting paid big time. You swap destinies with people. And stole inheritances. Inheritances? I don't even know how to say it. You know what I'm trying to say. You stole jobs from people that were way more qualified than you. You stole people's spouses, people's friends, ran people off the road with your car, recruited children to stalk people, You got higher in the ranks in your club. Now what? You have no soul. You have no morals. What are you gonna do? Because you're going to hell if you don't stop this shit. If you think hell is not real, I got news for you. It's real. The devil is making you chase us. The they can't really do much, so they try astral projection. That's not really helping either because I tell them to go fuck themselves every time I hear a voice of skull. And when I'm in the bathroom a lot, I say, oh, I hope you smell my shit. Because I do. They got smell-o-vision on those fucking voice to skull machines, I'm sure. They know when we're showering, they know when we're going to the bathroom, they know when we're doing stuff with our significant others. So in a way, I'm kind of glad I'm not with someone. I don't want people watching me do this stuff. So I say every time I fart, I hope they smell it. Every time I burp, I hope they smell it. If they want to be up my ass, literally up your ass too, might as well. I used to come out here, there used to be so many people who used to hang out on their porches. People used to drive down the block. It used to be a nice neighborhood. Nobody talks to each other at all anymore. That's part of the problem. There's too many gang stalkers in the neighborhood. Too many neighborhood watch. So they're not going to talk to you. I was just thinking about this weird dream I had with a druggie smurf from down the block sitting in front of my garden. And then I saw him do it. I opened my garage door. He was there, smoking a doobie, like he was doing to my neighbor's porch, which they deserve because they've been doing a lot of shit to me for the past couple of years. So it's about damn time they get something. They're still doing witchcraft, so. But the dream felt very real, like he was really doing that. So he probably did do that at one point. Because there was a can of beer in the garden. He likes to drink. So, yeah, what is that? I don't know what that is. Probably some perp behavior. Probably a perp through that thing. What else is new? I remember a time when I would come out here. And we one car after another, flying down the block. I thought it was funny. And they had the hands out the window. The handler always puts the hand out the window. Always. I haven't seen that in such a long time. I had a lot of footage back then. They don't get to have a break. They're not allowed. Mm-hmm. They're not allowed to have a break. Who the hell do they think they are? That's all I'm saying. Who the hell do they think they are? Who in the hell do they think they are? Man, these perps are boring right now. I remember my beginning of targeting, they used to come around so much. OMG. I went to, I sold something, so I went to go mail it. And I went to go take a car service in the area. There was a whole gang of them. They were at the bus stop. One of them had a Smurf shirt, and I grew up watching that show. This dude was too old to be, wearing that shirt. And he had a cane, like he was trying to tell me I was going to be disabled or something. That's what they do. And they had a drug addict. And he had lime green, like a towel. And he was swinging it in the air when I was recording. What else did they do? They had, at the bus stop, somebody was waiting with a NASA book bag. I'm trying to call it space cadets, I guess. And they're the real space cadets. Why am I personally doing shit? They really are. They're not doing nothing today. What the hell? And Voodoo Smurf came in to Dunkin' during the week. He got an empty cup, like a hot coffee cup. It was bright pink. And I saw it at the corner, at the first house. It was like in their tree. Mm-hmm. He knows where I live. I sat out here all the time. I used to do it all more than I do now. And he came by one day while I was in here. I don't think I got that on video. Yeah, he usually comes around like clockwork. What the hell happened? I'm glad he didn't come around. I don't want to see his stupid ass. Sometimes they gotta leave us alone. But they go back to the drawing board. And their meetings, they have like the board, the dry erase board. And that's why some perps, they have composition notebooks like they're in school. And they start writing stuff down. Like, when you get to be my age, which I'm not telling you, you have to write some certain things down after a while. And sometimes your brain doesn't, remember stuff. So when I was recording the drug addict who was cursing me out and spitting, his handler was next to me with a composition book and a like hunter type camo book bag with an American flag patch on it. Are you trying to say that I'm not American? Oh, I guess not. Even though I was fucking born and raised here. The fuck are you talking about? They used to do that all the time with the American flag scheme. All the time. They don't even get to enjoy my shirt that I wore. I got it from my vacation in Maryland. Yep, all the purpose. The gang stalking is bad over there. But right before I was waking up to the gang stalking, everybody's license plate was from Maryland. They're trying to say it's cheaper to get your license plate somewhere else. No, that's not what it was. It was gang stalking. So I actually went a couple years ago. The whole family. We all went. So I have a T-shirt that says, I'm driving the bus that makes you nuts, or something like that. It was very funny. I'll show you the shirt one day after I wash it. It's very funny. It's got a squirrel driving. And I saw it in the gift shop. I'm like, I'm getting that. I was thought Maryland was really nice. The food was delicious. All seafood, delicious snow crab legs and jumbo shrimps. Yeah, I pictured my perps' heads when I was smashing open the legs. I even said to my family, this is for all the people that bother me at Dunkin'. I just landed a mallet on the snow crab legs. That's some good food there, I'm telling you. I wouldn't go back, but I want to stay somewhere else. I go douchebag's daughter. Patches. I guess she's back from her trip. She was just stay over there. Like a good neighbor staying over there. I saw that as a welcome mat. I'm sorry, I keep dropping the phone. And so I don't know who that kid was that was coming up the stairs. I'm surprised the camera actually caught him. He kind of looks familiar, like I think I've seen him at Dunkin'. It was the weirdest thing. He'd come upstairs, like, what are you looking for? You looking for mail? Or are you looking for packages? The fuck out of my house. These people have no chill. Chill. That was one of the perps. I used to listen to my conversation. Chill. Nope, stop fucking on camera. And letting us hear you fucking. These are fuck. As soon as I talk to this person, we would hear somebody clicking the phone, like they were listening in. Like it was a landline or something. So maybe it was, who knows? Not many people have landlines. Whiskey. Shut up. We used to hear that. We used to hear heavy breathing. And we used to hear smacking, like somebody was smacking. I don't even know if they were really doing anything or just making the sex noises and stuff. I don't even know. It was fucking disturbing. But then we would hear somebody walking around the neighborhood. Like they had their phone in their pocket. And they had a cup, like a glass with ice in it. And it was swirling it like this. It was just, and like whiskey. I was told it was, what they do is they drink whiskey to try to be warm in the wintertime. And you hear the sirens. They always gotta do that. I haven't done that in a while. And that too, we'll talk to the person on both of our ends, one after the other. Sirens. Helicopters. Phone call will drop. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? They did something because we haven't talked in a while. Months. So they stopped us from talking. And that's what they do. When TIs get together and talk to each other, they have to stop us at any chance they get. It's really fucking retarded. It really is. And then we try to get to know each other, and they want us to fight each other. Let's hear the sirens again. What the hell? And there's the revving of the engine of the motorcycle. Fun. I was like very faint this time. Usually it started like 1 a.m. As soon as I'm trying to fall asleep, that's when they start. And they make every other noise you can think of. And the voice of the skull. And then what else? The voice of the skull. And then the club across the street, and then behind my house, the block. They go off. So many birds out today. I think in the beginning I had video footage of the birds all hanging out in the tree, all the starlings. There's so many. They're so cute though. Very cute. I had one in my house. Even though it was my pet. What are the odds that would happen? They usually just stay in the trees. They don't come down for anything unless there's food. We didn't have food. And my family came down. They went to get something from the backyard. And they left the door wide open. I didn't even see the damn thing. I was just chilling in my house. All of a sudden, I go to do laundry. It was like 2 days before Christmas. I think it was Christmas Day. Yeah, Christmas Day. I go to do my laundry and something's flying on me. I'm like, what the hell was that? I thought it was a cucaracha, but it wasn't. Thank God it wasn't a cucaracha. I would have killed it. I would have went crazy. And I look over, I'm like, what the hell, a bird? I had to call my family, come rescue it with me. They're like, what do you mean there's a bird in your house? I'm like, there's a freaking bird in my house. I started taking pictures of video. I kept going in the closet. I'm like, no, get out of my closet, go away from my clothes. Don't poop on my clothes. He didn't want to leave. He hopped on my bed, hopped on my furniture, my room. I was trying to, I wanted just to gently nudge it to get out. It was funny. He was like, I'm not going nowhere. This is cool. I tried to get it to go out the window. It did not want to go. I tried to make it could go out the door that I came there. Nope, did not want to go. He hung out in the kitchen with me. I finally got it to come down from the ceiling and then bring it out here. It's so crazy. I haven't seen them since. I mean, that's a good thing, you know. That means because they're wild. But every time I look at a starling walking on the ground, I'm like, is that my friend? A lot of joy. Sometimes you find it in the weirdest places. Well, one time I saw a baby bird at the corner of Duncan in their garden. And I'm recording it, and the fucking traffic went nuts. And they was like honking, like really, really loud. This bitch just scared the shit out of me. She just came out of nowhere. And it was like, the bird was chirping, telling me something. I don't know if it was. And then I was recording it. As soon as I started recording, that's when they started blaring the horn. I'm like, you fucking gang-stalking bitch. See, everybody's going to Dunkin' now. I'm glad I went when I did. But yeah, the perps always fucking wait. They always gotta wait for me by the garbage cans because they are garbage. Let's see. I hear cars turning on. But I'm not gonna stay out here too long because I don't want to get bit by mosquitoes like last time. I should have recorded their ass across the street. I let them have it. There's no way that she could get away with that shit. No. Damn. See, you can't really see much with the car. Oh, did I hear a car turning on? I guess not. Usually this is around the time that they start going crazy. They do so much honking at like 5 o'clock at night on the weekdays. And they have the house that's almost done down the block. It's like 4-story house. It's like big enough for 4 families. I don't even know what the hell they're doing with that. It was an open space for years. There was a few houses there, and they wound up knocking it down. They left it without anything for years. So now they have, you know, every time they have the workers there with all the equipment and stuff, causes a lot of traffic jam. Honestly, I'm surprised they're not doing anything right now. Usually they work through the weekends. I know these people do. People that way, they definitely work through the weekends. I thought it was gang stalking again. I heard like hammering and screwing and nailing. Like before they even, I didn't know they were starting. So I'm like, what the hell is that noise waking me up? And then I'm like, oh, okay, it's the people down up the block they have at their house. And I thought it was gang stalking again, but it wasn't. I was shocked. That was very unpleasant for like a couple months. It's because these walls are very thin, so I hear everything. But they used to hit, now knock on the walls. They don't do it anymore, but they did. You saw him, he was sitting in front of my house, like basically popping the packaging. He couldn't bring that in the house, popped them with the scissor, and then throw all the recycles out. Or run in the house to get the scissor. No, he had to pop everything with a cigarette in his mouth, because I can't stand the smoke. I was not going in the house while he was here because I don't want these perps to look in my house. I've already had weird dreams about them trying to rob my house. I mean, they can't get in, but still, I don't want them to see what I have in there. I don't have valuables, but you know what I mean? It's just a garage we put stuff in. But still, I don't want people seeing. And they did that all the time. Every time, like in the winter time, I would wait for my car service. And I would get the notification that would come in like 3 minutes. So I would open the door from my house. And then every fucking part would walk past. So they knew what was in my garage. And they would look, everybody looks when the garage opens. Because, that's what people do. And I would see, I saw a goat boy with a stroller. I don't think he had a kid. I think it was his dog. It was her dog or whatever. It was in the stroller. He was creepy looking. But then I saw the guy that looked like him, but even creepier. They look like goats. Goats are creepy looking. They got weird eyes. They got like reptilian eyes a little bit. Not all of them do. Some of them. I was petting goats at a farm once, and they had like regular non-slitted eyes. They had round eyes. And they were very friendly. They were like dogs. They acted like dogs. They were very friendly. They were babies, so they were cute. They were very cute. The older one had a beard, so he was creepy looking. He looked like the devil. I tried to pet him, and he like walked away. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. But I'm glad we did all that stuff. Apple picking, pumpkin picking, beach days, everything was good. Everything was good. Like, I'm not going to the beach this year. It's too fucking hot for my asthmatic ass. And you can't even go in the water because there's something going on with all the water. All the water, and there's like in the air. Legionnaires' disease in the air. In the water, there's like salmonella or E. coli, some shit like that. I don't know what the hell it is, but it came from Florida all the way down here. Gross. So I'm definitely not gonna go to the beach. Maybe one day I'll take a walk on the boardwalk. Oh look, the red car parked right in front of my house. What? You're not parking right here? Dude, this guy is definitely a handler. I've seen him before. Ready? I've seen him at plenty of times at Dunkin'. I mean, he probably already knew where I lived anyway. They always do. You hear the sirens? But that's it. That's all that these perps and handlers are doing right now, just walking past me. Walking into Dunkin'. And the guy, the perp that looks like Q from Impractical Jokers. He came in one day. They always say hi to me. I'm like, I don't really want to say hi to you perps. Because they get free coffee. Listen, when I put the app back on, I add more money to my app. Guess what? I'm going to get a free coffee too. I haven't been putting any money in there because I've been buying other stuff that I need. That's stuff for the house. Like, every time I buy something for the house, some other stuff runs out. Oh, that's annoying. It might be a perfect like skull and bones in the back of a shirt. I saw somebody with a bunny. A bunny with a skull with crossbones. Is that Bad Bunny? So many celebrities too. They wear their pearl necklaces. Oh look, he lives right there. He lives right there. My house, that couple was in. I filmed parking near my house, and then I never saw them again. Or the color scheme, and the camels and stuff, and they're checking me out. Like, Fuck that. Alright, I'm gonna pop off. It's 44 minutes. Sorry about that. But yeah, if you like the video, like it, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm not really an influencer, so I don't really like saying, oh, subscribe to my channel. I don't like saying that kind of stuff because this is real life. This is not, practice run and, being online and, getting paid for all this stuff. I don't get paid for nothing. I have my own money, but I don't get paid for YouTube. Being at CI, it's very hard to find any kind of payment anywhere. So, sometimes I just like to talk on here. And I have not gone live in years. I went live once when Whack Job Smurf came into Dunkin'. And he threw a handball at the window. He went so fucking batshit crazy. He's smoking a doobie. Then he's throwing a red ball against the wall. Then a blue ball. And I just saw him a couple of days ago. He was acting normal. He was friendly to the staff and just acting normal like a human being. I was like, what the hell? I noticed he was hopped up on sugar pills. They look like jelly beans. And he was like throwing a whole handful in there. Like he was getting high off of them. Weirdo. I remember I was recording him one day while I was leaving. And he talked about Mama Smurf and Papa Smurf. That was after I started naming all these perps after Smurfs. You got Whack Job Smurf, Druggy Smurf, Voodoo Smurf, and Goat Boy. I'm gonna call him Goat Boy Smurf. Patrolman Smurf was another one. The other one that lives couple houses up. I call him Road Trip Smurf because he looks like the guy that was eating French toast in the road trip. But he didn't want what do you call it? He didn't want powdered sugar. The waiter got angry with him and flipped them in his pants. It was so gross that he ate it up. It was so gross. But he looks like him. That's my neighbor's son-in-law, basically. His daughter's horrible to him. She was hopped up on pills, too. Before she lived with her boyfriend, she was hopped up on pills. She was selling the pills, too, and she was taking them. While she was going to college. She stopped going to college. I think she still works, though. I think she's working a regular job because they see her get off the train a lot. Like almost every day when I'm in Dunkin', she comes off the train. And so I'm saying you have to be a scumbag in this world to get a job. Even if it's working at McDonald's, it does not matter. Usually everybody gets hired there. I never got hired there. I filled out applications. I went there, dressed nice, filled out applications, and then after a while I filled out applications online. It's not that they didn't want to hire me. They looked at it. What happens is some of the people, which is the Warlocks, the managers, this is what I heard from somebody else that was looking for jobs while he was in school. It took him 5 years to finish his schooling because he was gang-stalked really bad. Now he's like doing really well because he believes in God and everything, so God protected him. And he's living a normal life. So sometimes it does stop, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the person. He said, when you go for jobs, you fill out applications, they take you to an altar, and the demon tells them, if you're a Christian or if you're going to be a Christian, so they won't hire you because of that. That's what happened to me. I almost had a job on Modell's. It's closed down now. I did an interview, it went well. The manager's like, I'm going to give you a schedule. He sent me for the drug testing. Of course, it comes back negative. So I guess at this point I didn't get hired too. And then they wind up firing him. I didn't know this. It was like a week went by and I didn't hear nothing from them. Like, we gave the job to somebody else. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Should have sued. Until the hand out the window, I was just telling you about that. And they were at the window a minute ago. So I'm definitely gonna go back in. I gotta pee anyway, but I have my key, I have my phone. Should be good. I think I'm wearing the same fucking outfit. I am. I'm wearing the same outfit. So maybe that's why they were out the window. The kids, not even adults. Could be. But listen, one of my neighbors on this block actually told me to come to them if that happens again. So at least I have somewhere to go. This is a good feeling, you know. A lot of TIs, we don't get that opportunity. You know, because a lot of people are against us. They really are. And you don't know where to go to, who to turn to. Because even the church isn't on it. You know what I mean? All these denominations, you go there, you try to get sanctified, or you try to get help, and they don't want to help you because they're in on it. So the only thing I can tell you, if you go to a therapist, don't tell them you're getting gang thoughts. Because they might write it as your schizo if you say that. So what you could do is you could tell them I'm having issues with somebody I used to know. Like say your spouse is the one that's gang stalking you. And tell them, listen, I want to know what resources I could do. I could, find out. Because I believe my spouse is, being fraudulent, something like that. Like, just don't say the gang stalking you. That's what happened to me. I told my therapist I was getting, tortured at Dunkin'. I really was. I snapshotted a couple pictures I showed her. And then now she's not coming back to work. She just started her family, so she's not coming back to work. And I got somebody else. I don't know, the person doesn't seem like he's really, interested in what I have to say. But he has told me that if I get, a lot of those people come in just to walk out. Like, if it's too much, just order whatever you gotta order and get out. That's what my family says too. That's true, I do that. Every once in a while, I will do that. If I see it's too much, too many weirdos, I leave. I got a backyard, so I could come back in the backyard and hang out. I see commotion. Okay. I don't see anything now. Hopefully this video freaking uploads. The other video did not upload for 2 days. It took 2 days for it to upload.